Learning is good, right? Okay, I mean, knowledge is power. Right? Everyone should have that power.
I've been thinking about education for a while, but I just needed that little kick up the backside, you know, to get involved. And the CWU have seen to that, really.
Because he rang through and asked for the mobile, so what I did was I mentioned to him about the fusion.
We treat everybody equally here. We've got, on the past couple of classes that we've done, the age range has been absolutely massive.
I think the benefits have been threefold for a branch. Obviously, it's a good recruitment tool, but I think more importantly, it's good for retention as well.
It's definitely worth being in union for £1.44 a week. Can't go wrong.
Workers have always had to struggle to improve their education, against all the odds. Even in the Depression years, working people maintained their thirst for knowledge.
The older men were our teachers. They were great readers and always carried books in their pockets. I think if there had been more opportunities, they might have been school teachers or engineers, perhaps.
The hope and promise of universal education was not achieved until the post-war period. Nevertheless, higher education was only enjoyed by the few.
University, the sunshine days. An idyllic and rewarding experience for the few who get the chance.
It can provide a good training ground for those people who are going to become the elite of the future.
In the 1970s, the Open University sought to address these inequalities in higher education. Now, with the advent of lifelong learning, Union Learning Reps can direct members to courses in literacy and numeracy, computers and information technology, foreign languages and much more. It offers workers the opportunity to advance from where they are now to where they want to go. Union Learning Reps are truly activists for the 21st century.
In terms of the CWU's part in adult education or lifelong learning, there are many people still who question whether it is a trade union issue. And if you talk to the thousands of learners that we've put through some of our learning centres, I think they'll give you a definitive answer. This gives people another opportunity.
I've had a computer 6 years, but I don't know how to use it properly.
I want to learn more. The more competent, know what I'm doing.
There's a lot of people within the workplace who still don't know how to use a computer, and as part of lifelong learning we're giving them the chance and the opportunity to get computer skills and become computer literate.
This computer course organised by the union, Jeff Adam put a lot of effort into it and made it that much easier for me to study.
It's changed my life quite a bit actually.
And I've got opportunity to study as well as work.
With this, you finish work, all you've got to do is walk upstairs straight into the learning centre and you start the course there and then.
And also it's surprising what you actually learn up here.
In a small group like this, you're getting people getting more involved with each other because they're helping each other out.
Definitely.
And there's certainly a good feedback from that.
Definitely.
Not very often you get this kind of opportunity to go into the workplace where you can progress and, you know, learn the education at the same time as you work, earning money.
Normally you go into the union when you're in trouble or something. You're not putting that stress on the union, it's more praise than anything.
Yeah, the union are there all the time for you. Anytime you've got any questions, any queries about anything, any courses you want to go on, you're interested in, they will put forward and help you out as much as they can.
I've been a member of the CWU since 1980 when I first joined BT, and this is my first activist role as lead union learning rep.
Since I've been involved as a learning rep and managed to get the release time to be learning coordinator for the branch as well, I think it's promoted very much the services that unions provide to their members and shows how much the CWU has been involved in that.
I think it's fair to say now, 5 years on, that when we started, the role of ULR in the CWU was very new, very untried, very untested, very raw really. And it's developed an awful lot since then. I think at first it was thought of as something separate and different to other activists in the union, and that's really changed.
After doing union learning, I became a youth officer, and I've been more involved in the union since then.
It's the same with me. I mean, I decided to become the union learning rep when we had a meeting, and then from that it's progressed that I've become the women's officer and the equal ops officer as well.
If we just looked at the ULRs, we would see probably that about 20 of them have never been involved in the trade union movement before. So straight away there's 20 people that we've got who are active, who are getting involved in the workplace and who are addressing some of the central issues that the branch are trying to get across. I think that's reflected in the courses that they put on. They're all underpinned by the notion of equal opportunities and dignity and respect, sort of carry the central message of the branch in the trade union movement as a whole.
When I first became a union learning rep, I just went in it to think of, to help myself to get a better promotion in work and so on. But then I realised that there's more to it, and that what the union learning project has done for me is actually give me that opportunity to extend my ability to do other things.
I really wanted to give a little bit of background of my own community towards the union.
Now when I go out into the community, I'm asked, are you the person from the CWU, the Communication Workers Union? And it's certainly raised the profile of the CWU, and people see the union as a positive part of that community now.
The joy of actually being able to assist people and allow them to see realise their own achievements and possibilities is tremendous.
When you help somebody and you see their happiness, their reaction to, wow, I can do this, and it's all because of the union learning rep, being in here and helping out, whether it's the admin, whether it's the actual sitting down one-to-one with somebody, and that's where you get your real, reward.
My message is, right, if you've got a problem out there, come out to one of these learning centres and actually sign up for a course. It's just like opening doors, for advancement and your own self-worth.
I was fortunate that my education continued because I became a trade union activist. Well, if it was good enough for trade union activists, then it's got to be good enough for the trade union members.
An example of some of the classes that we've run so far include literacy, numeracy, and an effort at least with ESOL, which is English for Speakers of Other Languages.
Well, Skill for Life is basically to help to promote literacy and numeracy amongst our learners, especially like ESOL. We do have ethnic minorities, basically who cannot speak English very well, but we do provide the facilities for our learners and for the ethnic minority to help them promote their English.
A lot of people are frightened to come on forward. They're a bit shy, feel that people are a bit clever, a bit brighter. But the starting off of this particular learning centre within our branch has actually brought people forward who normally wouldn't even consider coming to one of these courses.
Because I thought I was going to feel stupid with me being young and not knowing a lot better than coming to it at all.
Probably brush up more, maybe on my English and maths skills. Since school, that's gone by the wayside, and it could be better. I don't know, maybe something to do with music.
We've got basic IT in Spanish, and also we have digital photography. But as we go on, we're hoping people will come to us and see what other courses they want to do, and we'll find out more that way.
I can also learn as well as work, because I can't afford to learn full time, but this is giving me opportunity to do both.
Because at the moment I'm doing the digital photography course, which is really interesting. We're just hitting on software that can do amazing things to your photographs, The
photography one sounds great. They all sound really, really good. And I'm interested in all of them really, because you've got nothing to lose, because the majority of them are free, and if you do have to pay, it's not what you pay outside of work anyway.
It's getting the newer people into contact with the branches and bringing them on. And quite honestly, it's building a network, right, between us and the membership and new activists.
There's a number of people who've come forward who previously had no involvement with the union whatsoever, and people who've been members for a long time but have never been active, and now they are active in the Learning Centre.
Well, as chair of the branch, I'm in the office quite a fair bit of the time, and what I've had is a lot of interest from the members ringing in not only about training but about other aspects of the union as well, who wouldn't normally be getting in touch with us. So yes, it's been a real win-win.
We were able to attract people to the union, and with a turn-up rate in terms of membership of around about 35% more once we initiated the programme for education than we'd had previously.
The Learning Project has been useful in terms of pinpointing new activists. It's brought people into the CW that have previously not really been interested in union activity. We've got more women and ethnic minorities involved in our branch because of our activities in the Learning Centre.
We've seen people who start as a union learning rep and now they're starting to take on different roles in the branch. So I think in terms of getting new activists into the union, it's been really powerful.
I'm a full-time branch official. In addition to being a union learning rep, I'm a branch youth officer where I represent and protect the needs of mainly the workers under 30. That goes kind of hand in hand with being a union learning rep.
Within our branch, we've strived to include the learning rep as an integral part of the branch, and is actually elected as with other officials at the same time when we have our branch elections.
So the Learning Centre is always discussed, and the progress made is always agenda item at the committee.
All the union learning reps are on the branch. It helps us as well, because obviously if they need a bit of time off here and there, we can help them out with that. And yes, it's better that they're seen to be elected and ratified by the active branch members.
There's a lot of work behind the scenes that you've got to do, the difficulties of surveys, obviously the courses and being able to get tutors to turn up on time and what have you. So there are always difficulties with everything, but I think with the head union learning reps we've got and the team within the branch, we've overcome most of the barriers that have been put in front of us.
A lot of our ULRs are females from ethnic minorities. It has drawn them into activity within the CW and the unions in general, and given them a greater interest in trade unions.
When I first became a union learning rep, I was literally just on the branch committee and worked here full-time as a personal assistant. Now it's gone the other way. As my confidence has grown through union learning, I'm now a full-time branch official.
I think in the future we should really be talking about the learning activist rather than the union learning representative, in order to really pin down the fact that these are activists like any other activist. And I think the true measure of whether they're going to be successful in the future is whether they have increased general union activity, whether they've made people think more positively about the union, whether they've made new members and made new activists, because they are the real measures of whether a union is actually successful.
One of the fundamental things that has been important to the success of this learning centre has been our ability to negotiate an agreement for our learners to actually have time off work to actually learn. We've done that on a match time basis, where our members give up some of their time, an hour of their time, and Royal Mail matches that with an hour of their time.
We've got a paid release, been rolled out to 3 different workplaces, and it's given the opportunity for about 600 members to get involved in the learning agenda, and it's all paid for in work's time.
It's hard to quantify how many more new members we've actually gained as a result of directly having a learning centre here, but it has enhanced the image of the CW.
We've got much more out of the people who are members already. When it comes to going out and actually recruiting people, especially outside the company, the fact that we can offer them this learning package, I think is an incentive for them to join, as much as some of the other things that we offer them as well.
The CW have been a great driving force in this. they've actually put a lot of commitment, a lot of money, time into actually driving this. They realise that, quite honestly, when central governments change, their policies change, you need something there long term, not just flavour of the month.
We're not talking about a person who can compartmentalise what their skills needs are. There's always going to be a lot of crossover between, you know, the IT skills you need just to function in life and the IT skills you're going to need at work. So I think there is an awful lot more that we can be doing. There's a lot that's untapped. And I think particularly in terms of identifying sectoral needs, working with sector skills councils, working with them to provide really good labour market information, to develop standards and qualifications, it's going to become a normal part of what ULRs do in the future. I've said it before and I'll certainly say it again. I really look forward to the day when a General Secretary of a union says my first role in the union was as a union learning representative, because I think we'll have really made it then. Thank you.